Welcome back to Fit Happens. My name is Kelly. I'm a nutrition coach and a fitness trainer. And on this channel, I'm doing all kinds of workouts and talking about nutrition. But today, I'm going to talk to you about stretching. And one particular focus that we're going to do today is on your low back, on your back. So I have been dealing with back pain for a long time. I was a cheerleader through high school and college, and it's just I use my back a lot for a lot of things, and I want to keep moving. So I keep my core strong, but I also have to incorporate a lot of stretches. I wanted to show you just a quick, it's about 8-minute stretch that you can do for your low back. I like to do this stretch before I work out, and I also like to do it after I work out. I've just gotten to a point where I feel like the more I incorporate stretching, that I feel better. So, and I look forward to doing this actual stretch routine. So I'm gonna take you through it. All you need is a floor. I have a mat I'm gonna lie on, so if you have a mat, you can get one right now and meet me on the floor. We're just gonna lie on our back and we're gonna stay there the whole time, and I'll just walk you through it. We're gonna be holding each exercise for about 1 minute. Ready? My favorite exercise starts now. This first exercise, I call them knee drops, and we're just gonna take our feet a little bit wider than the hips. And the palms are gonna come up, and we're just dropping those knees side to side. Some people call these windshield wipers, but you wanna keep your arms with your palms up and your arms down just a little bit, because we wanna relax the upper back as well. Just breathe, and it's just side to side. Again, notice that my feet are almost on the edge of the mat. You want to keep them wider than your hips. And with this exercise, you can see that the hip flexor, that psoas muscles, muscle opens up, and it attaches to your vertebrae in the back. So it's a nice, good stretch there, and gets blood flow and just to help relax that low back. So we're gonna go for about 10 more seconds. You could do these as long as you want. Sometimes I just get on the floor and I do knee drops. Okay, next we're just gonna do our glute stretch. You can bring your feet in a little bit closer, cross your ankle over your knee. And this one we're gonna hold. We're just gonna grab, you can grab the knee, or you can grab your hamstring, just kind of through. Or you can grab the knee that's up here and just pulling it to your chest. And this one, just relax and breathe. So this would be considered a static stretch. I usually do this one after I work out. We talked about dynamic stretching versus static stretching, and this is a good one to do after you work out to stretch the muscles back out. Don't rush through this hold, because it takes some time for the muscles to let go. You can feel that stretch in the low back as well. So we're gonna switch that out. I'm just changing the feet, nice and slow, just kind of resetting here. I'm gonna pull that to my chest. Again, just find a nice place to grab. You don't wanna be twisted. Try to keep that. And you might feel like I do, a pull, like this one's a lot tighter in my glute. So yes, we're stretching the outer glute there, but you're also, that low back is getting stretched as well. Just breathe. If you stretch after your workout, you're gonna feel better the next day, and you'll be able to do another workout the following day. As I breathe, kind of relax, and then as I exhale, I just pull it a little bit closer to me. So the longer I hold it, the more stretch I feel. Got about 5 more seconds here. Okay, so we're gonna release, feet are gonna come down. This next one is called a hip crossover. Our palms are gonna go down for this one. We're gonna cross back our right foot over our left knee. And you're gonna drop that foot to the floor. Just let it drop. Now, this might be pretty intense for you also if you are really tight through the chest. So, don't force it, just nice and slow. You're gonna put your palms down and looking over your right shoulder, you're gonna press your knee away from you. I don't want you to take your hand, you're not touching the knee, but I'm applying force and I'm just keeping it, opening it away. And so I take a big inhale. I'm gonna open up the rib cage here. As I exhale, I'm just pressing that knee away from me, that thigh. You should feel a big stretch through this low back right here. Again, if you have some shoulder tightness, any issues, or some chest tightness, you could always just, bring those hands down a little bit, just be comfortable. All right, we're gonna lift that up, back to the starting position. You wanna lift that up. Feet are gonna come back, just kind of reset that low back. I'm gonna cross the other foot, let that fall flat. See how it falls flat? I'm gonna look over my left shoulder and then I apply pressure away from me again. So you might feel a little more tight on one side, just depending on what's going on with your body. If you're holding this stretch and you feel like you just can't take it, it's just too intense, then release and come out of it. Do not stay in this stretch. Again, I'm gonna big inhale. I'm gonna fill my rib cage. Open up. I'm looking over my left shoulder and I'm exhaling and I keep applying that pressure. And the longer I go, the more I can get that knee down. Okay, so to come back up, I'm just gonna release that. I'm gonna bring that back to neutral, feet come down, resettle. The next one is called the frog stretch. We're just gonna take our feet, put them together like this and let the thighs open up. Palms are gonna be up and just relaxing so that thoracic spine can chill as well as your low back. And it helps to resettle the pelvis. You should feel your sacrum sitting pretty balanced on the floor. And with this one, we're just gonna breathe. We are stretching out and just relaxing the inner thighs right here. Those adductors are always working, so when we can get those relaxed, our low back will also feel relaxed. And there's some things you can do with your upper body if you want to. If you feel like your chest is tight and you want to try to stretch that, you can take your hands and just place them behind your head like this and just let your elbows rest on the floor. Just breathe. If that hurts, if you have any shoulder disparity, like I do, I have a rotator cuff tear, that is too much for me to do at this time. So I'm just gonna keep my hands down, palms up. The palms up help with this exercise to open up those shoulders, because a lot of times, I find a lot of my clients, they have this rounded shoulder, and this opening up, keeping those palms up helps those shoulders fall back with gravity and help open that shoulder up, which we all need because we live in such a forward world. So just breathe. This one again, as I exhale, I let my legs open. And the longer I do this one, the more stretch I feel, the more relaxed I feel. So we've got about 20 seconds right here. And we're going to move to the next one, but sometimes I have to lift my inner thighs together. So this last one, they're called pelvic tilts. It's almost like a bird, a cat-cow, but we're gonna do it on our back. So we push our low back into the mat, and then we roll that pelvis forward, and you should be able to put your hand under, there's a little cave right there. Hello. And then you're gonna push it back down. So I'm arching, so I give a nice big arch, and I push the low back and it pushes down into the mat. So I'm just basically taking my pelvis and tipping it back and forth, and this will just really resettle and help get that pelvis to a neutral position. And going one direction, like for me, this one I can feel a little bit more like, ee, and this one feels so good pushing it in. But I notice that I can just get a bigger range of motion the more that I do this. So there we go. That's 8 minutes. Didn't take a whole lot of time. I hope you like these stretches for your back, and once you get up and start walking around, you'll feel warm in your low back and just the hips, and it should feel pretty good. You can add this to your daily routine. Like I said, I do some of them before I go run especially, but when I get back from my run, this is my routine. So you've got my routine that I do, and it really, really helps. Get in a habit of stretching, doing your dynamic warm-up before you do your workout, doing these types of stretches when you get finished with your workout, and it really will, it will help you keep going so your body feels good and you can keep moving, because that's what we have to do, right? We have to keep moving and feel good while we're moving. So that's the key. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you haven't done so, turn on those post notifications just so that will tell you whenever I do a video, and like this video and leave a comment. So have a great day. Stay healthy.